Hi everybody, I hope you are doing really well. My name is Sarah and I am your artist for the HomeHeART dance project. Every month you will get 1 or 2 videos from me to help you to make some props or some little bits of costume to go with your theme for your dance lessons. Now the first theme that we are doing is 1920s, and now that might explain why I am head to toe in sequins and I have got a flapper headband on. So the first little activity that we're going to do is to make a flapper headband. Now, you might think this might be one for the ladies, but gentlemen, please do get involved. It is 2020, so anything goes, and if you want to wear a headband, you go ahead. We also need lots of help with all the cutting and folding and all of that. So this is really simple. I'll show you step by step what you need and how to do it. So first of all, what do we need to make it? We need some pieces of paper and card, anything that you've got like that. Nice bright colours work. Think about the 1920s colours like gold and black, things like that. We need some kind of ribbon if you have that. If you don't have ribbon, you could just cut strips of card or paper instead, that'll work. You need a stapler, and that is it. Very simple, actually. You'll probably need a pen too. So the first stage is to make the headband so it fits. So if I take this one off, I'll show you how I can size one for my head. So I've got my ribbon here. I'm going to wrap it around where I want the headband to sit, like that. And then I'm going to hold it in place with my fingers and pull it off. And hold it in my hand and get my stapler and put a couple of staples in there to hold it into place. Now my stapler got snagged. Now that happens sometimes, so just pull that off. Let's give this a bit of a clear it out. There we go. Push it nice and firmly, and then another staple just to keep it nice and secure. There we go. So what I can do now is cut off the excess of that ribbon that's hanging off, like that. Perfect. There it goes. Okay, so I've got my headband, which should fit my head. Yes, it does. Perfect. So the next thing is to make some feathers to go onto the headband. So I'm going to use this pink paper for that. Now we're going to make some feathers from paper. So what I want to do is to fold over a small piece of that. Fold it like that. There we go. So if I show you what one looks like when it's finished, then you'll get an idea of what I mean. So the fold I've got here is the fold along my feather here, like that. Okay, this is what the finished item looks like. So I'm going to be cutting half of a feather from here. So I'll draw it on so you can see what it looks like. There we go. So that is half of the feather. So if I get my scissors and cut that out, just follow the line around. Like that. Okay, that's cut out, and then if I open it up, there we go, we've got our feather here. So to make it look more like a feather now, you can, with a pen, either draw on the lines like this, or you can do it like I did, and I'm actually going to cut into it so it looks more feathery. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to start in the middle and cut, not that way, this way, into there. Now stop before you cut your feather in half, like that. So you're cutting in towards your folded line. So now I can continue to cut up like this, and as I get to the top I'm going to angle the cuts up the way, you'll see as I do it. Now don't worry if you do end up cutting your feather in half, there's sellotape, just stick it back together or just start again because it's just a piece of paper and we can't be worried about things like that, it's not worth it. Okay, so I've done the top, now I'm going to carry on down the bottom here, and as I get to the bottom I'm going to angle my cuts down the way again. So I go like this, and now I'm starting to angle them down a little bit. That's it. And one more. There we go. Now let's see how we've got on. If we open it up. There we go. And now we've got something that looks a bit like a feather. So the more cuts you do and the closer together, the more delicate it'll be. This one's really quite delicate, and this one is a bit more achievable without cutting right through. So that's our feather here. So we want to then attach them onto our headband. So get your feather, you can do your feathers in two different colours or whatever you'd like to do. So I think I'm going to use a sort of a gold coloured one that I've made and this pink one that we just did. So something like that, it's a little fan. And then you see where we stapled this together, if I put the feathers over the top and then staple them on, that's going to cover that. There, 1 and 2. Make sure these are a little splayed out a little bit before I put the next staple in. And there we go. Okay, so we've got a headband with a couple of feathers on. So the last thing that's missing is some kind of decorative brooch type thing on the top here. So we can use just some card to make something like that. So what about if I've got this blue card here, it's quite nice. I'm just going to draw a circle as if I've got a circular brooch. And I think I'll put a sort of a 1920s sunshine design on it. Now this will be up to you to design whatever you would like, and you can spend a lot of time or do it really quickly like me, making your brooch beautiful. So I have drawn, it looks a bit like a seashell actually, doesn't it? And I'm just going to cut that out with my scissors. And that's going to get attached onto the headband, on top of the feathers. And then you are ready to be all 1920s. So I'm going to put another staple through here. There we go. Now I'll try this one on for you, see what you think. There we go, I've got it right at the front, or I quite like to wear it at the side like that. There we are. And that's me ready for my dance lessons with Izzy for my 1920s style dance. Now I've done this all with simple things like paper and ribbon, but if you wanted to go a little bit more fancy and wanted to get in some special equipment for this, I've got another one here to show you. So this one is made with Sequin Elastic, and you can see instead of paper feathers we've got real feathers here. And I've also got a piece of costume jewellery, a brooch, which I have put on there. So this one is that little bit fancier. There we go. I'll come nice and close so you can see. So it's made exactly the same way, but it's just using costume jewellery, some sequin elastic and some real feathers instead. Okay, so that's it for your first craft activity for HomeHeART. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you take part. And if you do, please do take a picture of it what your how your bands have turned out, and you can post the pictures to us on the Home Health Facebook page. We'd love to see that. And you'll see me in the next video, and then you'll see me every month for a different theme, doing lots of different weird and wonderful crafts to go with your dance lessons. Okay, thanks very much. Bye!